Hi, my name's Annika and I'm an 18-year-old lupus patient. I was diagnosed with lupus May 2012 when I was just about to enter high school. I was very in denial of what was happening to me. I didn't really want to talk to anyone about it and I didn't really know how to cope with it. Since I was starting high school, there was a lot of things I wanted to do. I wanted to be involved. I wanted to make this the best experience of my life. But I didn't understand that I had to adjust my current lifestyle in order to adapt to this illness. So I had to talk to my teachers basically about how to reduce my stress and manage my time really, and just let them know what was going on with me. Because stress really triggers a lot of the symptoms that are part of a lupus flare-up. So being in high school as a lupus patient, I like to describe it as a puzzle that I had to figure out. I had to figure out what worked best for me, and I had to figure out what to balance in order to make stress not as heavy on my life in order to reduce getting sick. I had to figure out how to open up to teachers and talk to them about what was going on, because this is something that happens outside the classroom that they need to be aware of. It was hard for me to open up at first. I never really had an emotional talk with a teacher before about something really personal to me, and no one really knew what was going on, so it was still a hard topic for me to talk about and just admit that this is real and this is happening. Throughout high school, it took me a while to figure out my routine of things and figure out what was working best for me and what I needed to give up in order to make life easier for me. It was a lot of having to give up things and learn my limits and having to say no when my body still wants to keep going. I was always scared of letting people down. I was scared of telling people that I can't do something because it makes me feel like I'm not normal. And it took me a while to realize that even living with this disease, I am still a normal person and I can still live a normal life. I can still do the things that I want. I just have to learn how to manage it and limit myself in a way that it won't trigger any flare-up symptoms. So after figuring out what was best for me, it was easier to live a life with lupus and being a high schooler at the same time. I just had to know when to take time to myself and understand when I needed to stop. And that's mainly all it is, living with lupus. You just have to know your limits and make sure your health is your top priority no matter what. So living with lupus in high school, despite all the ups and downs, I was still able to be myself and find out what I like to do and still feel normal despite the fact that I have this illness. 4 years ago, I would have never expected someone like me to have this and make it out with a smile on their face despite the fact that it seems like it's never-ending bad news. Having lupus in high school has made me realize how resilient I really am and how much I can really take before I give up, and so far I haven't. And 4 years ago, I never thought someone like me would be saying that. I wouldn't trade having lupus for anything in the world because I wouldn't be the person that I am. I wouldn't feel as strong as I do. And although I've only been diagnosed for 4 years and I still have a long way to go, I still feel like I can handle anything that life decides to throw at me because I'm a resilient and strong person, and lupus has taught me that. So living with lupus as a high schooler, it was very unpredictable and I never really felt like I had control of my own body, but it really taught me to really just fight. And even though I'm still really young, I still have a long battle to fight, but I'm not scared of it anymore. And although it can take away everything that I have and make me feel like I'm nothing and that I'm just a weak person, I still remember everything that I've gone through so far, and I realize that I'm a lot stronger than I give myself credit for. Thanks for watching. I hope this gives you more of an understanding to what it's like to be a lupus patient while in high school. Bye!